Two simple, proven, science-based tools to instantly elevate your mood, turn around a bad day, and feel great. These are two tools that I use on a daily basis. I've used them for years. It's a simple system to instantly feel better. These are science-based tools. These are based on research, and they're also based on my subjective experience of using them for years, and also having clients use them as well, and reporting back great results. So this video is one of the most important episodes I will ever record, and this can be absolutely life-changing for you if you apply these. Okay, tool number one, I call it gratitude, get up and move, give and serve. Three G's: gratitude, get up and move, give and serve. If you're having a bad day, if you're in a bad mood, if you're feeling down, apply this tool. Okay, you can use any one of these three, either gratitude, get up and move, give and serve, or two out of the three, or all three. And this can be done very quickly. So these tools, it doesn't take half an hour to apply them. They can be done quickly in minutes. Okay, so whenever you need a boost, focus on one, two, or all three to instantly feel better. Gratitude. Here's the first part of this tool. Gratitude. Think of one thing you're grateful for. Think about how whatever is happening to you, someone else has it worse. So all you have to do is think of one thing you're grateful for right now. You can think of more. You can think of 2, 3, 10, 20 things you're grateful for right now. Okay. And that's going to instantly change your focus from what's going wrong in your day, what you're feeling bad about, into what's going good in your day and in your life. Because those two thoughts can't exist in the same space in our mind. Feeling down, low energy, a poor mood, depressed, and gratitude. They can't exist in the same space in our mind. So this is about thought replacement, replacing the thoughts in our mind, just like the books on this bookshelf. If this is a negative thought here, this is, I'm feeling bad, I'm going to take a book off this shelf, these good thoughts, and replace this one. Okay, this is just an exercise in replacement. Now, for example, you could think about something you're grateful for, and you could think about someone who has it worse. You know, there's someone out there right now who is in a hospital bed, the exact same age as me, maybe looks just like me, and they're in a hospital bed, and they would do anything to be healthy and to be able to do what I'm doing right now, to stand up and talk and feel good, pain-free. So I always think, okay, who has it worse? Could be a health situation. It could be someone who's imprisoned unjustly in a foreign country. They're in a prison right now for no reason. Like, they have it worse than I do. Could be someone who's homeless right now, and I have a place to live. Okay, I think about these things. Brian Kane, a friend and mentor of mine, calls it compared to what mentality. I'm going to compare my situation to someone else's. So that's tool number one of our gratitude, get moving, get up and move, give and serve. Okay, tool number two in this, actually, let me give you some statistics here on positivity before we go into tool number two. A positive mindset can increase your lifespan by up to 7 years. 85% of people who have a positive mindset on life experience significantly less depression and anxiety. And 87% of people with positive mindsets are more likely to live healthier lifestyles and make better choices for their health. And here's some thoughts on gratitude. Here's one from Brian Johnson. He has the incredible podcast and YouTube channel Heroic. And Brian says you can't simultaneously be grateful for things in your life and depressed. Here's a quote from Neville Goddard, the spiritual teacher. If you have no shoes and you want to be happy, notice a man who has no feet. Here's a quote from Marie Forleo. Not having the best situation, but seeing the best in your situation is the key to happiness. And here's tool number two. Get moving. Get up and move. Do just one thing. Go for a walk, or do the dishes, or do one small thing that gets you closer to a goal. So this is another great way to replace and change your state of mind. Replace the thoughts you don't want of feeling down by getting up and moving and focusing on a task. Go for a walk, do some push-ups, go to the gym. You can do this in as little as a minute or 5 minutes. Do the dishes for 2 minutes. Okay, just take your mind off whatever's bringing you down. Again, we're changing our focus. Focus is everything. Okay, here's some quotes, and you can move longer than a minute. Right? You can go for a half-hour walk. You can do 30 minutes of cardiovascular exercise. You can go for a 5 minute bike ride. You could do yoga for 10 minutes. You could do yoga for 1 minute, right? The key is just get up and move, do something. You could clean your desk off, clean your office, clean your room, clean your apartment for 5 minutes. Okay, do something. So here's some stats on exercise specifically. Here's one from uh, mentor of mine, Dr. Jason Selk. Simply put, 30 minutes a day of cardiovascular exercise is quite possibly the single greatest activity you can do to improve your mental, physical, and emotional health. Here's another quote from Brian Johnson. Do you want to make yourself feel anxious, tired, hostile? Then don't move. If you get less than 5,649 steps a day, you are prone to anxiety and depression. All right, here's our third tool and our first exercise. This is give and serve. Help one person. Share some positive words. Be kind and useful. Okay, even just smile at a stranger, which we'll get into in our second main tool here. Do something for someone else. Okay, it's very self-explanatory. Again, these science-based tools, when we're grateful, okay, we change the chemicals in our mind. We're reprogramming and rewiring our brain. Okay, when we get up and move and we exercise, we're releasing feel-good chemicals, and we're also focusing on something else other than what we feel bad about. So there's two great things going on there. And then also in terms of giving and serving and being useful to others, again, we're releasing those feel-good chemicals in our mind. We're wired to do this, to feel good when we serve others. And also we're focusing on something else, someone else other than ourselves. Here's some thoughts, some great quotes and thoughts on giving and serving. Here's one from Darren Brown, the British mentalist. He says, forget self-help, be kind. Here's a quote from Bahram Akradi. He is the founder and CEO of Lifetime Fitness. If you make somebody else happy, you get the happiness out of making another person happy when you are struggling yourself. Here's two quotes from Tony Robbins. The root of all suffering is a me focus. The secret to living is giving. And here's a quote from Evan Carmichael, created the incredible YouTube channel, Top 10 Rules of Success. If you're not happy, it's because you're not serving. All right, so there's tool number one, gratitude, get up and move, give and serve. Here's the second tool, and you can use this one even faster than the first. Okay, or just as fast or faster. I call this one, and I like alliteration. 3 S's here. Number one, 6-2-7 breath. Number two, stand up straight. And number three, smile at a stranger. Okay, this is based on the psychology principle, embodied cognition, where when we physically change our body, it has an effect on our mind. So when we take that 6-2-7 breath, it calms us down. Took that breath physically, it calms the mind down, has an effect on the mind. When we stand up straight, it has a physical effect on our actual effect on our mind and how we feel about ourselves. And lastly, when we smile at a stranger, all right, that has a physical effect on our mind, releasing those feel-good chemicals. Okay, so here's how we do this. Number one, and this is the 6-2-7 mindful breath from my friend and mentor, Dr. Jason Selk. I believe he's the number one expert on success, happiness, and performance in the world. He uses the 6-2-7 breath. He calls it the centering breath. I do this daily. Breathe in. You can do this with me. Breathe in for 6 seconds. Hold for 2 seconds. Exhale for 7 seconds. And what you will notice is that you will instantly feel better. You'll feel calm. You'll feel focused. Use this anytime you need to. 6, 6, 2, 7 breath, centering breath. And this is not only good for us, but it's also great for others. When we calm ourselves down, when we calm our mind down, we slow down. Here's a quote from Dr. Eric Potterat. He was the performance psychologist for the Navy SEALs for over 20 years. And he says the Navy SEALs have a saying, calm is contagious. I like it a lot. I'll go one step further. Emotions are contagious. Life is short. How we feel is a contagion to those around us. Kids are sponges, they pick up on things. When I'm around people who are anxious, I am anxious. When I'm around Debbie Downers and people who are bummed out, I find myself being bummed out. When I'm around angry people, I find myself getting irritable. So emotions are contagious. So when we're doing these great things to elevate our mood and our emotions, whether it's the first tool we talked about, which is gratitude, get up and move, give and serve. We're elevating our move, elevating our energy, elevating our state, which is contagious to others. So we're giving this great gift to those we care about the most, friends, family, coworkers, anyone who we want to elevate. Because our emotions are contagious. And if we're feeling down or we're feeling anxious, then those emotions are contagious to others. So, a big part of the reason why I use these tools on a regular basis personally is so I can bring the best mood and energy to the people I care about the most: my parents, brother and sisters, their family, my nieces and nephews, my clients, friends, people in my community. I want to bring that great energy and that great mood every day to others because I know it's contagious. So, it's not just great for me, I feel better, I feel good. I feel mentally, physically healthier because I do these things. I also want to bring that to others, which is just as important to me, but it needs to start with me. Okay. Number two tool. Okay. You can do this very quickly. That 6, 2, 7 breath takes 15 seconds. Number two tool is stand up straight. Now you can imagine, do this for 10 seconds, stand up straight. Imagine there's a string going through the top of your head, pulling your head up. That's a great way I've learned over the years to instantly improve my posture and elevate my posture. So stand up straight, shoulders back, stand proud, string pulling you up. You will instantly do this for 10 seconds or more. You will instantly feel confident. You'll feel more confident. You'll feel more energized when you improve your posture. Now, studies show that those people who have poor posture or hunched over their phones and computers all day, it actually has an effect on their mood and their energy. Okay, so I'm constantly reminding myself with a string that pulls my head up, I'm going to stand up straight, stand proud. And also, when you go through the world with this kind of confidence and this great posture, it also just instantly elevates others. Here's a quote from Brian Johnson. He was an investor, a technology company founder, was very successful. And then he went into a lot of research. So he researched and reports on a lot of things, health and longevity related. And here's what Brian tells us: with posture, there is this interesting element of identity. When you maintain proper posture and you are standing up straight, it's a representation that you are proud of yourself and you are okay to be who you are and you don't need to shy away from others. You are proud to be alive and you're happy to be alive. People are going to immediately identify that you have unusual posture. That's good because everyone around you has bad posture. So do it. It will have a very positive effect, the very positive effects of encouraging others to be aware. It's really hard to maintain bad posture when you are around someone who is maintaining good posture. It has a really positive effect on everyone that you are around. Here's tool number 3 of this method: smile at a stranger. Very simple. As we talked about earlier, uh, serving others releases those feel good hormones in our body. It also just elevates others. So I try to smile at strangers as much as I can, multiple times a day. You never know what someone's going through. You never know what battle they're fighting that we know nothing about. We never know what they're struggling with. Okay. So I'm going to smile at a stranger and say hello as many times as I possibly can a day. And if they don't smile back or they don't say hello, I'm not going to take offense. I'm not going to let that affect my mind. I don't know what they're going through. Okay. But I'm still going to do it anyway. I'm still going to smile at that stranger. And I find as most people respond reciprocally. Okay. They respond in kind. So, but those who don't, I'm still going to do it anyway because I'm going to try to bring that positive energy and that goodness and happiness to them. Okay. Here's 2 quotes on this. Here's one from Mike Dolce, the UFC fighter and nutritionist. He's got a great mindset, great approach to life. And he says, smile at strangers because the positive energy I put out comes back to me. I want to make other people feel good, safe, happy, and seen. Beautifully put there, Mike Dolce. And here's a quote from Dr. Richard Wiseman. He wrote a book called The As If Principle, and this is about acting as if. If you want to cheer yourself up, behave like a happy person. I'll say that one more time. It's a great way to end this episode. If you want to cheer yourself up, behave like a happy person. Okay. When you do these things, you not only elevate your mood, you not only turn around a bad day, you not only feel great, but you can also elevate the mood of others. You can turn around their bad day. You can lift them up and help them feel great. So, my challenge to you is to practice these three simple tools. Okay. Gratitude, get up and move, give and serve. You can use any one of those when you're feeling down, or all two, or all three. They're simple. I use them every day. Okay. Also, we've got our tool of, which we can use even faster and simpler than the others, our 627 breath, our stand up straight, and our smile at strangers, which I will recycle back to back often. I'll use all three back to back, right? Maybe 10 seconds each. Boom, boom, boom. All right. 15 seconds on the breath, or even 10 seconds on the breath. You can do a 6-4 breath. Stand up straight for 10 seconds as I'm walking, and I'm going to smile at the next person I see, whether it's in the grocery store or walking in the park. I'm going to bring and spread that positive energy. Everybody benefits. My challenge to you is to practice these two tools, 3-part tools, and I guarantee you'll feel better and make a greater positive impact in the world. I wish you an elevated life of success, happiness, and positive impact.